So when you're ready, if you just stand with your feet about hip distance apart, so we'll do a little posture check first and then we'll go. So feet facing forward, just spreading your toes. You can move a little bit forwards and back just to try and get into a more central position. A couple of people just coming in. And it's been struggling to get in this morning, I think. We are just starting, so just barely. You've not missed anything. And then we'll lengthen through the legs. So just try and bring your legs up, but keep your knees slightly soft, shoulders back and down. So just a nice aligned position. So remember, you want to try and stack your shoulders over your hips, your knees over your ankles, and everything should feel pretty balanced as you're there. So we'll start with that little bit of breathing again. So you could take your hands to your ribs, relax your shoulders, and just inhale through your nose and then breathing out through your mouth. So do that again, try and lengthen your breath. So try and make it as deep as you can, but then try and match it with the out breath. So you're breathing evenly as well. So try and get this idea of this lateral breathing. So the rib cage moving out to the sides, the ribs expanding out to the sides. We'll do that one more time. And then we'll release the arms just down by your sides. So from here, we're going to take the arms up and out. So you're going to stretch them up and out, opening through your chest. You could lean back a little bit with your head if you want. And then we're going to just throw them around in. So you're just going to give yourself a little hug. So we'll do that again. So just opening up through your chest and then just rounding up and just dropping the chin. Do that again, just a couple more times, just opening up and pulling it back in. And do that once more. So a big reach out to the sides and draw it back. Now this time on an inhale, we'll reach up with the arms. We're going to go over to the side. So you can have your hands together, you can have them apart, it's up to you. So we'll move over towards the right a little bit. And then inhale to the center and then exhale just over towards the left. So do that again, so back to the center. This time as you lean over, press through your feet so you're not leaning over to one side too much. Do that again, reach over. And one more time to each side. And then over to the other side. Good, release your arms down by your sides. So inhale, we're just going to drop the chin to your chest, around your shoulders and bend your knees. And we're going to roll down. So just take your time as you roll down. Now when you get to where you're going, so that could be anywhere, we're just going to hold here for a minute. Draw your belly in, bend your knees, push through your feet and then start to come back up. As you do that, start to restack everything as you come back up. Good. And then on an inhale, we'll reach back up with the arms and then pull the arms down by your sides. So we'll do that again. So drop the chin round the shoulders, bend your knees, start to roll all the way down. So taking your time, releasing your spine, keeping your belly pulled in. And then we'll start to move back up. So push through your feet, start to pull back up. So lift through your belly as you're doing that. Restack everything as you come back up. So take your own time. Reach up and then take them down by your side. So we'll do that one more time. So just lowering down, bend your shoulders, bend your knees. Let the weight of the body kind of drag you down. And then to come back up again, push through your feet, pull your belly in. Start to rise all the way back up again. Okay, when you come up, we'll take that big reach up and then pull the arms down by your side. Good. Okay, we're going to take a little squat, so feet hip distance. This is a double pulsing squat. So we're going to go down, down, lift. So it's just press, press, lift. So the weight is back in your heels, the chest is lifted. You can go a little bit deeper if you want to. You do not have to, kids, but just work where you can. Now you have to fully straighten the legs as you come back up and keep a little bend in your knees. Good, we'll do a couple more. And then if you want to, we're going to add a knee lift. So we're going to go down, down, knee. So down, down, knee. Do that again. So down, and again, if you don't want to do the knee lift, you don't have to. It's down, down, knee. Excellent. And knee lift. And knee lift. Good, two more. and knee lift. One more time. We're going to hold the knee up this time, so just hold it up. And then we're going to push it to the back a little bit, and then we're going to bring it forwards. So we're just pressing it to the back and forwards. And you can always take it down, so you could do toe, heel in fact, and toe. So you could go heel and toe if that's too much, or keep the knee lifted. Okay, just a couple more. And last one. Excellent. Come back in. So come back into that squat. So we'll go double pulsing squat first. So when you're ready, belly in, chest lifted. So you just go down, down, lift. So again, we're not coming all the way up. Okay, I'll show you that from the side. So it's down, down, lift. Down, down, lift. And then if you want to add that knee, so down, down, knee. Good, and knee. Excellent. So we'll do this a couple more times. So the tricky part here is that you need to end up with your other knee lifted. So I'll leave that up to you, but we'll do a couple more. And last time. So when you get to the knee that you want to lift, hold it up. So again, if you need to change, then do that. And then if you can, push it to the back a little bit and then bring it back in. Now again, you could do heel and toe. Heel and toe. Good. Or knee and heel behind you. Excellent. So flex your foot a little bit as it goes to the back. That will help you balance. Do two more. And last one. And well done. Okay, release that. Give your legs a little shake off. So we'll take your feet wider now. Turn the toes out a little bit. So again, we're going to go back into that little squat. So it's down, down, lift. So when you're ready, it's pulse, pulse, lift. So you can separate your feet a little bit wider. Try and keep the knees out. But it's down, down, lift. Good. Excellent. Keep the chest up, belly pulled in. Do a couple more. Now this time, if you want to, you can go down, down and lift your heel. So it's down, down, heel. Down, down, heel. So you can change sides, down, down, right heel lifts, down, down, left heel lifts. Okay, do that. And for the last couple, you could do both. So down, down, heels, down, down, heels. Two more. And last one. And well done. Okay, slowly press through your feet. Come back up. Now with the legs straight, we're going to take the arms again. So you're going to take the arms out to the side and then pull them in. So we'll do that again. So take them out to the side and then pull them in. Good, so bend the legs, open up through the chest. Good, so open. Excellent, just a couple more. And last one. Well done. And then reach the arms up. So we'll go over to the side again. So we'll go over to the right, back into the center, and over to the left. Okay, do that again. So reaching up and over, center, and the other way. Okay, just a couple more. And last one. Good, release the arms. Come back into that squat. So again, down, down, lift up. Down, down, lift. Good, well done. Keep that going, just a couple more. And we'll add these heels again, two more. And last one. Okay, so when you're ready, down, down and lift your heels. So down, down, heel. So we're staying low in the legs as we do that. Just warming up through the legs. Excellent, and a couple more. And then again, for the last few, maybe lift both heels. You do not have to. So if it's too much, just stay on these single heels and maybe not even lift your heels. Last one. And well done. Okay, slowly release. Bring the legs in. Give your legs a little shake off. Okay, we'll come in for the Pilates stance now. So we're going to bring your heels together, toes apart. And from here, all we're going to do is we're going to take your right leg out to the side. So you just point your toe and then you kind of pull it in. So away and in. So away and in. So as you do that, you're turning out through the top of your thigh. Okay, do a couple more. And last one. Well done. We'll do the other side. So point and pull it in. So as if you're kind of dragging something along the floor with your toes as you snap the legs back together, drawing in through your inner thighs. Good, and a couple more times. And last one. Excellent, well done. Give your legs and your feet a little shake off. Now today we're going to start in all fours position. Now I know that's not ideal for you, Maureen, so you can go all the way down and you can do most of the things there because I've tried them. So we'll make our way into an all fours position. So hands and knees. If anybody else doesn't want to do it on their knees, you can either double up your mat, which will help your knees, or you can lie down flat and you can do most of the things that we're going to do in a lying flat position. But if you adjust your device, side on is best for me to see for you, but just depending on what you can do. Good, excellent. So come into all fours, so spread your hands under your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. So we're going to work through the upper body first of all. So we're going to work through the arms. So again, Maureen, if you just do this at the same time, so you might want to take your arms out to the side in a kind of a T shape position. Oh, you're doing it on all fours, right? Okay, so if you can manage. So what we're going to do is you're going to lift up through your right arm. So you're just going to lift your right arm up and then bring it back down. And then your left arm, just lift it to the side and bring it back down. As you do this, try and keep your body weight fairly even. So just lift to the side and then bring it back out. Good. So we're not moving too much in your hips. You're keeping everything else nice and still. We'll do two more like that. And last one. Good, well done. Now from there, lift your right hand up and you're just going to place your hand kind of in the middle of your forehead. So as if you were kind of doing a stupid form of a salute. And this time we're going to draw your elbow back. So your right elbow pulls back, you open the chest and then release it back down. So open the chest a little bit. So you're pulling back through your elbow really, just to open up the shoulder and the chest. So we're not closing back down again, we're not bringing the elbow down. So if you can imagine, you keep it in that salute position, you pull the elbow back, but then it's back into that. So pull the elbow back and then back in. Do two more. And last one. Well done. Now release that hand down. We'll change sides. So again, bring your left arm up. And then when you're ready, lift through the left elbow and release it down. So lift and release. Now try and resist a little bit through your side body so you're not kind of moving through your hips, you're not moving through your waist. Okay, but just warming up through the shoulders. Excellent. Do a couple more. And last one. Now release the hand back down. So coming back into this all fours position, we're going to do some which are called kittens really, and it's just moving through your lower back. So think about not moving your upper body here. So you're going to tilt your pelvis so the back arches, and then you're going to tuck your tailbone under. So we tilt the pelvis and then tailbone under. So the upper body doesn't move at all. Okay, so it's just that pelvic area that's moving without the upper body moving. Good. So try and keep the head and the neck in line. Excellent. And then from there, we'll move just to a cat position. So I don't know if you know, but the cat position is with the roundy back. So you're just going to round all the way up, so push your mat away. But then instead of arching, just move back down. So you're just in this neutral position. So breathing out, arch and round your back, pull your chin to your chest, and then just back into that neutral position. So do that again. So round your back, stretch your back out, and then back to neutral. Okay, now this time we'll do some cats and then the cow version. So round your back, and then this time tilt the pelvis, and then start to just pull your chest forwards. So start to move from your hips here. So tilt the pelvis under, round your back, all the way up, and then move from your hips again first. So push your tailbone away, drop your belly, and then draw your chest forwards. And then starting from your tailbone again, tuck the tailbone under, pull your belly in, and then arch your back. So you're doing it all from the very lowest point, from your tailbone. So rather than starting with your upper body, always start with the tailbone on this one. So tailbone under, then round it. Good, very nice, well done. Okay, come back into a more neutral position. Now this time we're going to, again, don't drop the head down too much because it does weigh a lot. So move a little bit through that cat-cow if you need to. Draw your belly and lift your pelvic floor. So we're going to warm up through your hips. So we're going to lift your right leg up and we're just going to circle that right leg round. So we're just circling it round in one direction. Just nice and smoothly. Keep your weight in your hands even and change direction. So just go the other way. Okay, we'll change sides, so push that knee down and then we'll change legs. So lift up and again circle round just in one direction. And then take it round the other way. Okay, when you come back in, separate your knees again so they're hip distance, draw the belly in. And then this time we're going to lift your leg out, up to the side. So we're going to lift your leg from this position it's in to the side and then back down. So Maureen, you can just lift your leg up and down, so just a straight leg lift here because it's hard to move to the side. But just lift to the side and back down. And as you do that, there is a real temptation to lean over to the side. And again, if it's too much on your wrists, just come down onto your elbows for these ones that make it easier as well. Good, but lifting your leg to the side. Now, if you can, as you're lifting that leg to the side, lift your other arm, your opposite arm, out to the side like you did earlier. So lift the arm out to the side as the leg lifts. Again, if it's too much, then you're just doing the leg only. But try and keep as balanced as you can. Do two more. And last one. Well done. Okay, we'll change sides. So we'll start with the legs. Again, draw your belly in and then lift the leg out to the side. You don't have to lift it high here, so you're not trying to get it level with your hip. Just move it to where it feels right. And again, Maureen, if you just do the leg lift. Good, excellent. And then if you want to add the arm, just take the arm out to the side. Okay, but just do what you can. Well done. Do two more. And last one. So this time you're going to lay down on our bellies. So you could do a little push up there if you want to. So you could step back and lower down if you want to. It doesn't matter. But just make your way onto your belly. Now when you come in, we're going to come into kind of Sphinx position. So you're going to bring your hands underneath or in front of you. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Try here to get a feeling of kind of drawing yourself forward a little bit. So you're up on your forearms. And distance-wise, you could bend your arm in, one arm in, and it should land kind of in the soft part of your elbow if you're not sure about the distance. Try and get a feeling that you're drawing forwards a little bit. So spread your fingers, push your fingers down and try and feel like you're drawing your chest forwards a little bit. Okay, from there, you're going to bend in through your right arm. So if you take your right arm as if you were kind of coming into that crease, so bend it across so it's along the short edge of your mat. Okay, from there, we're going to lift up through the other arm. So you're going to lift it up and then bring it back in. So you're pushing the arm behind you a little and drawing it back in. So it goes way and in. Good. Do two more. Keep the hips down. And last one. Well done. Slowly release all the way back down. So we'll come in and we'll do that on the other side. So come up to that Sphinx position first. And then this time turn your left arm in. So you're just kind of using your left arm to support you. So it comes along the front of your mat. And then with your right arm, reach it away and then move it back in. So it moves behind you and back in. And again, if it feels too much, then don't reach as far with the arm. Good, do two more. And one last time. Well done. Okay, from there, slowly release down. And then bring your hands underneath your head. So we'll just do a single leg lift here. So just lift one leg, lift the other one, then we'll lift both of them together. So do that again, so single leg lift, other leg lifts, and both together. And if you want to add the arms here, just stretch them out in front. So again, opposite arm to leg, both together. Do that again, so single, so just warming up through the legs and the back. Excellent. Do that a few more times, so just work at your own pace. Excellent, just a few more. And last set. Okay, release that. So coming in for our swans now. So we'll just warm up through your spine a little bit. So move your hands either side of your mat. So the easiest position is with the elbows down, hands off the mat. And then as you breathe out, remember you're trying to imagine you're pushing a marble away as you lift the upper body. Breathing in to release down. So breathing out to lift up, breathing into lower. If you want a bit more, maybe move your hands in. So fingertips under your shoulders, elbows off the ground this time. And same thing. So press away and lower back down. So push away and lower. But again, just work where you can, where it feels right. Excellent. We'll do a couple more of these. And last one. Well done. Okay, release yourself down. So this time we'll take the hands. We'll start with thumb back in this L-shaped position. So hands off the mat. We'll give you some options for these when you're ready. But we're going to start to lift through both legs now. So as you breathe out, lift both legs behind you. And as you breathe in, lower them down. So you could just stay on that. Just lifting the legs would be sufficient. You could even do one leg and then the other leg if it's too much. If you want to start lifting the upper body, you could keep the arms on the ground and just lift your upper body as you lift your legs and lower back down. So breathing out to lift up, breathing in to lower. If you want a little bit more, lift the arms as you lift the legs. So lift up and lower back down. Again, work where you can, where it feels right. If you want a little bit more than that, maybe stretch your arms out to the sides. So again, lift and lower. But again, work where it feels right. Come back in again when you can. But both legs lifting if you want to, arms where you feel they're best for you. Good. And always leave one thing out if you feel it's too much. Okay, we'll do a few more of these. Two more, in fact. And the last one. Now, the next set, you're going to have an option. So you can either go back and do the single lift again. We will do a few singles to start. Otherwise, you can lift and hold with me for 8. And then we're going to do a little rocking motion for 8. Okay, but it's up to you. If you want to stay on the singles, then do that. But we'll do 8 singles first. So when you're ready, breathing out to lift, breathing into lower. So again, if this feels better, then you'll stay on this. So lift and lower. We'll do 4 more of these, then we'll come in for these holds and the rocks. We'll do 3 sets if you can. 2 more. So on this last one, lift up and hold. So hold up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a little rock now for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold again for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a rock for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time, hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the rock for 8, 6, good, 3, and relax, well done. So bring your hands into your head, have a little rest. Okay, so we're going to do a little thing now, which has got a lot of different names. It's kind of a movement on from the swan position. So your option is to go back to this swan. So we're going to come in with the hands quite wide. Again, you can bring them in and go narrower, it's up to you. And these are called flyaways or swayaways. And if you don't want to do them, you're just going to stick with the swan. So you might want to watch one first. So your swan, if you remember, is just coming up and then releasing back down. Again, whenever your arms are. On the flyaways, we push up, but then we push the arms away and we bring them back in. Don't know if you saw that, but I'll show you again. So I'll show you a wind. So we come up and then we push the arms away and we draw them back in. Again, if your hands are here, you will go a little bit more momentum. So we push up, away, and then we bring them back in to kind of support us and then release down. So we push up, away, in and down. Good. So the legs just kind of swing. It's a little bit like the walk, but a little bit more to it. Good. And it prepares us for the swan dive, which we're not going to do today. It's just a little prep for it. Okay, from there, you can have a little rest again. So maybe bring your arms back in. And we're going to do some little single kicks. So the options for the single kicks, you can just stay where you are with your head down. You could also come up into the Sphinx position. It just depends how it feels on your back. So all we're going to do first of all is you're just going to bend one leg, you bring the heel towards the buttock, and then you press it away. So we do the other side, heel comes in and pushes away. Now this time point your toes and bring your leg in and release it away, and point your toes and bring your leg in and release it away. And then flex your foot and away, and flex your foot and away. So try and keep yourself really steady as you're doing this. Just one set of points, one set of flexes. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to do a double pulse. So again, when you come in, just do pulse, pulse, away. So pulse, pulse, away. Pulse, pulse, away. Good, keep going on that. So if you could do the pulses on the flex foot, and then see if you can do the pulses on the pointed toes. Good. So point, point, away, and then flex, flex, away. Now, when we do the single leg kick, it's 3 movements, which is quite hard to coordinate, believe it or not, but it's a point, a flex, and a point, and then away. So it's point, flex, point, away. And it is a lot quicker than that, but we're just practicing it. So if you want to go quicker, it's just point, flex, point, away, point, flex, point, away. I don't know about you, but I always get a bit confused with them. But keep saying it in your head. Try not to collapse down through your shoulders. So remember, we're not just collapsing here, we're actually lifting the upper body. Good. And you can always release the upper body down. If you do feel you're collapsing and you're not kind of supporting your shoulders, the shoulders down your back, then relax it down. It does get a little bit confusing with that leg action. We'll just do one more set on each side. Well done. Okay, from there you can release down. Let's have a little rest. And we are going to start to roll over now, just to your right side. So when you're ready, we'll make our way onto our right side. We're going to bend our knees because you're going to come in. I'll come around the other way, so I am on your right. So you're going to come all the way down, supporting your head with your arm. Again, if you don't need this arm, this time we're going to bend the legs in. So we're going to stack your feet and your knees and your hips with the belly pulled in. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit through a clam movement. So try and keep lifting through the side body. And then with your feet together, lift your top leg, open it and close it. So just open and close through that top leg. So just warming up through the hip again, just nice and gently. Do a couple more. And then hold your leg at the top and just do little pulses here. So just pull that knee back and back and back. Good, excellent. And a few more. Well done. And last set. Now slowly close the knees and then this time push yourself up. So you're coming up onto your forearms. So we're going to do the same thing. So feet together. Again, lift your top knee up and then release it back down. So open and close. So really squeeze the feet together so you're getting that movement through your hip. Okay, try and keep the hips nice and level though. And then lift your top knee up and hold it. So press the top knee away. These little teeny tiny lifts. Okay, just working into that hip joint. Excellent. And 4 more. Well done. Now from there, slowly close your knee And then we're going to move through your shoulder here. So you're going to drop your shoulder down and lift it up. So just warming up through your shoulder. So we're going to do a little sideways movement next. Again, just work it where you can. Now from here, if you take your top foot over the top of your bottom foot, so that your top foot is flat on the ground. I will show you this first before we move through it. You might have to slide your legs just a little bit away. You should be able to do it here. Now your option is just lifting your top arm and then bringing it back round. Okay, so we just lift it and bring it round. If you want to, we push away. So we straighten the legs, we come into this banana shape, and then we bring it back down. So we straighten and then we bend back down. So we lift and straighten and bend back down. Lift and straighten and bend back down. Good. So again, hip down, hip up, it's up to you. And we're going to add on to that. So we're going to lift and straighten, and then you're going to hook the arm under, lift it back up, and then come back down. So we'll lift and straighten, hook the arm under, lift it back up, and then come back down. Do 2 more. So lift and straighten, push under, lift up, and back down. And 1 more. Push it under. Good. And back down. Excellent. Well done. Okay, we'll just swing round to the other side. So bend your legs, swing your legs all the way back round. So come into this little clam position first of all. So you're all the way down on the ground. So again, try and align your hips, align your knees. Have your feet so that the sides of your feet are completely together, and you want to keep that. So lift through your side body and then lift your top leg. And you might find that one side opens a lot more than the other. It might not. Just see how it feels. Good. And then lift your top leg up this time. A little press here, just pushing that top knee away. Just encouraging the joint just to soften a little bit. Okay, try not to collapse down completely. Well done. And then release the leg back down. So again, from there, push yourself back up so you're coming onto your forearm again. So lift through the side body, keep your legs where they are, and open the top leg again and squeeze it together. So open and close. Good, well done. And then when you get up to the top this time, we'll hold it, so press the leg away a little bit. Okay, so keep pushing through that top hip, keep the hips aligned so they're not moving at all. Good, a couple more. Excellent. Okay, from there, release that leg. So again, we'll warm up the shoulder a little bit, so just sink down and push away. So you're just kind of sinking into it and pushing away. Good, do 2 more. Well done. Okay, from there, take your top foot over your bottom foot. So again, you might need to slide your legs away a little bit. You might keep your hip on the ground, so reaching up and over, and then the arm comes under. Otherwise, push through your feet, straighten your legs as you reach over, and then come down and lay the hips down. So push up and over and down. Good, up and over and down. So it's like a little banana shape rather than a plank shape. Good, now keep on that. If you want to, we'll add on. So we're going to push up and over. We're going to rotate round, so reach the arm under, reach it back up, and then lower your hips down. So do that again. So up and over, rotate, up and down. Good, let's see it. So up and over. Good, rotate round. Well done. Lift up and back down. Do that a couple more times. Good, very nice. And last one. And release down. Well done. Okay, give a little rest there. So from there, we'll come round. We're just going to go onto your back now. So just make your way onto your back. When you come down onto your back, just take your time to come into your lying position. So have your feet hip distance. Align your feet along the mat. Take your time to lengthen your spine. Make sure you feel nice and even. Come into neutral spine. So use your pelvic tilts here. So just tilt forward and back. Try and move into that neutral spine. Lift the pelvic floor. Draw the belly in. And we'll take the hands just behind the back of your head. So elbows drawing back a little. As you inhale, just lift up and then release back down. So again, lifting the chest up off the ground if you can. So just warming up through these chest lifts. Just work to where you can. Now from there, we're going to extend your right leg away. And we're going to start to lift the right leg up as we lift through the upper body. So just lifting that leg up and lowering it back down. So we're just lifting the leg to level with your knee, just creating that kind of dish shape as you're coming up. Don't drop the foot all the way down, so it's not touching the ground as it goes down, but it's kind of hovering above the ground as you lower back down. Well done. Okay, do a couple more on that side. And then when you're ready, we're going to add a little sideways movement. So you're going to come up, but then you're going to move the leg out to the side, draw it back in, and then lower it down. So we lift it up, out to the side, and back down. Now, if you want, you can add some arms here. So as you lift up, reach both arms out to the side as you take the leg out, bring it back in, and lower down. So lift. And you're not going far with the legs. So as soon as you affect anything else in your body, so your hips, the other knee, then you're maybe going a little bit too far with the leg. You're just moving it very gently out to the side, just as a little sideways movement. Okay, do a couple more of these. And last one. Well done. Okay, release that down. Change legs. So extend the other leg away. As you breathe out, lift your chest, lift the leg, and release back down. So again, trying to keep a real sense of creating that dish shape as you lift the leg, keeping it under control, not dropping the leg all the way down. Any strain in the head or neck, remember to have a little rest with the upper body. You have to keep it going. Okay, do a couple more. And then if you want to add that sideways movement, so lift the leg, move it to the side a little way, draw it back in and release it down. So lift, add the arms if you feel you want to. So again, both of your hips stay kind of level and steady as you move that leg out. So we're not doing it to affect anything apart from the strength in your core. Okay, so don't move the leg out too far. If it feels awkward, then don't do it. Just do the up and down movement if that's better. But just work where it feels right to you. Okay, we'll do two more. Keep the leg nice and strong. That will help with keeping the hips still. Good. Okay, release down. So you can draw your knees in just for a moment. Okay, from here we're going to do a little single leg circle. So again, the option for you to keep your legs straight or bent here is yours. So we'll keep your right leg on the floor first of all. We'll lift the left knee up. So all we're going to do is move in a kind of circular movement out to the side. So we're going out to the side, down, back in, and back up. So that would be the action if you're doing it with a bent leg. Okay? If you want to, you could straighten your right leg, extend your left leg, and then do the same thing, but with that straight leg. Again, your arms could be along the ground. So we go out to the side, down, out to the side, and back up. Good. So again, work with the hips as still as you can. So you're in charge of the size of the circle, you're in charge of the speed. And then change direction, so go the other way. So again, keep your other leg flat on the ground. If you're working with a straight leg, then do that. If it gets in your way, you might want to straighten it. If it feels too much, always bend it and have it flat on the floor. Do two more. And last one. Well done. Release that knee. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And we'll change sides. So again, you might have your left foot on the ground, right knee lifted. Take the knee out to the side. Push it down. Bring it back over and back up. So you might stay with that, just keeping that leg bent. If you want to straighten it, and if you want to straighten the left leg, do the same thing. Again, speed up or slow down, make it bigger, make it smaller, Maybe even take your hands on your hip bones so that you know that your hips are staying still as you're circling that leg around. Okay, very nice. Try and move from the top of your thigh so the hips stay unaffected. And then just change direction, so just go in the opposite direction. Okay, very nice. Again, just to where it feels right without straining and keeping everything else nice and still. Well done. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release that leg. So draw your knees back in towards your chest. So we're going to come in for a single leg teaser now. So we're going to have your right foot on the ground with the foot flat on the ground, the knee bent. And if you extend your left leg along the ground and then lift it so it's level with your bent knee. Now we're going to reach up here, so you might want to reach your arms over first. So we take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just lift your upper body and reach the hands up towards the legs. So you're just lifting your upper body off the ground. Breathing in, come back down. So do that again, so breathing out, lift up, lift your chest, reach the arms. And then if you want a little bit more, you could come up to sitting. So we reach, come up to sitting, and then release back down. So breathing in as you breathe out, come up, and then move back down again. Again, just work where you can, when it feels right. If it doesn't feel right to come up, then don't do it. Good. Very nice. Try and control it. Just do a couple more on that side. And again, don't force yourself to try to come up. Just go to where it feels best. Well done. Once you've done your next one, we'll just simply change sides. So we're just going to have the other leg down and extend through the other one. Again, breathing out and breathing in. If anybody wants to try, you can always try a double leg teaser as well. So it's exactly the same, apart from both legs are up. And then we move up to that. Again, it is tricky, kids, but just do what you can. Do what feels right. Excellent. Just a couple more. Well done. Okay, when you're ready, we'll lay back down again. So we'll draw the knees back in towards your chest. So this time we would try some roll up. So a similar kind of move, this time though with both feet flat on the ground. Again, I'll give you an option for doing this with straight legs, but you do not have to. So with both feet on the ground, the arms reach overhead. So again, breathing in, and as you breathe out, we just lift the upper body, just reaching up towards these legs, and then releasing back down again. So just moving up, pull the belly in, and release back down. So if you want to try the roll up, you could straighten your legs, and then breathing in, as you breathe out, maybe even flex your feet, come all the way up to sitting, maybe stretch forwards a little bit, and then start to move back. So rolling back down, and then coming back up again. But again, just work where you can, where it feels right to you. Good. Make sure you keep that rounding in your back as you're going back. Very nice. And just work where you can. You don't have to come all the way up. You don't have to move forwards if it doesn't feel right. Okay, we'll just do a couple more of these. And on your last one, which will be your next one, you can just lay yourself back down and pull your knees towards your chest. So just take a little rest, yeah? So for our next one, we're going to come in and do the 100. So, you know, an interesting move, which is best done now and again. So you can start with your feet flat on the floor, if you remember with the 100. You could spread your arms, pressing down. And you can also bring your hands up as well. Some people like to do that. You can keep your upper body on the ground though. If you want to, you can stretch your arms forward, lift your upper body. You can lift your legs to tabletop, or you can extend your legs to any position, from quite a high position to a low position. But try and get into a position that you will be able to stay there for the whole of the 100. Useful. So we'll take a deep breath in. We'll start to move into it first of all. So as you breathe out, just stretch your arms by your sides, maybe lift your upper body. Maybe lift your legs up or keep them on the ground, and then start to extend them away. So when you're ready, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's us halfway. Breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Well done. Slowly release and relax. Draw your knees in. Well done. Okay, from there, we're going to start to make our way up a little bit. So you're going to come up onto your forearms. So if you just push yourself up, just onto your forearms. And then from there, we're going to extend your legs out in front of you. Now, the first option here is just staying here and lifting one leg up and releasing it back down. So we're just going to lift and lower. So, leg pull front, all right? So you could stay here, just do this if it feels okay. If you want a little bit more, we're going to come up onto your hands. Unfortunately, we're also going to lift your hips. So you could stay here and just lift your leg up and down on your hands. But if you want to experience the full thing, then with your fingertips facing towards your bottom, you'll lift the hips, move the legs forward, and again, it's lift and lower. But we'll not do too many, and always take your hips down if it feels too much. Okay, doing really well. Excellent. And just a couple more. And last one. Okay, so slowly lower your hips down and slowly release yourself all the way back down. So you can have a little rest there. Okay, from here we'll come in for a little bridge. So we'll move your feet closer towards your bottom. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, we'll tilt the pelvis a little bit and then start to peel the back up off the ground. So just slowly curling up a little bit at a time. And then slowly lowering back down again. So trying to move one little piece of your back at a time. So breathing out, tilt your pelvis a little bit and start to lift the hips up. Breathing in, start to lower the hips all the way back down. Again, take your time, just lifting and lowering. Well done. We'll do this a couple more times. And on this next one, we'll lift up and hold up. So again, if you want to continue moving up and down, then you can. Now, as you breathe out here, you can lift one leg up, move it out to the side, pull it back in, and bring it down. And then you can change sides. So lift the other leg up, move it to the side a little bit, bring it back in, and lower it down. But just if it feels right, if it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. So you could lift it without moving to the side. So it's just challenging a little bit more the position of that bridge. Good, we'll just do a couple more. Excellent, and two more. And last one. Well done. And then slowly just lower yourself all the way back down again. So when you get down, maybe separate your feet. Drop your knees towards one another. And then separate your knees and walk your feet back in. So this time we're going to draw your right knee towards your chest. And if you extend your left leg away from you, so it's a little bit lifted up off the ground. Now again, upper body can be lifted or lowered here, so you can lift your upper body off the ground. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, just change legs. So breathing in, as you breathe out, change legs. Good, so do that again, so just nice and slowly. Just extending through the leg, really pulling that knee in towards your chest as you lift and lengthen through your body. Good. Now keep going on that. If you want to, you can work a little bit faster. So just changing legs a little bit swifter. Again, work where you can, where it feels right. If it feels too much, lower the upper body. Maybe even point the toes up the way rather than out. Now keep going on that. If you want a little bit more, you could do doubles, so pulling in and pushing away. But again, work where you can. Excellent. And just last set here. Either singles or doubles. And 4 more. And well done. Slowly release everything back down. Take a little roll. Well done. Okay, so we've not done any rolling, so we'll use our roll to make our way back up. So you can have your hands either on top of your knees, your shins, maybe grab your ankles. You can roll back and forwards just a few times. Take your time. And then start to make your way up to sitting. Okay, so from here, we're going to come in and do a little stretch. We're going to come in and do a pigeon. So again, I'll give you some options for this. So if you've got pigeon and you want to go into it, just go straight into it. Otherwise, you could bend your right leg in front of you and then bring your left knee just behind that right heel. And then from there, you could just start to sink forwards a little bit. So if that suits you and you want to stay there, then do that. With your right leg forward, you could also use your hands and then slide your left leg behind you. So you're coming into a more traditional pigeon shape. So left leg behind, right leg bent in front, and then from there, release down. But again, only if it feels right. And if it doesn't, modify it by coming into either this kind of mermaidy pigeon shape, and you can just fold forward from there, or you can stay upright. You don't even have to fold forwards. Just whatever feels right. Good. Okay, so your right leg is in front, left knee behind. You can stay up, or you can fold it. Good. Or any variation. Okay, we'll come back up. We'll change sides. So again, if you're doing the modified one, bring your left leg forwards. Have the knee kind of in line with your ankle, and then your right leg behind you, and fold forwards from there. Otherwise, use your hands, slide that left leg back, so the left leg is straight behind you, and then lower down. Just what feels right to you. So if you do the modified body, and it's just that left leg in front, and your right leg can just be bent behind you. So it's just knee to the ankle. So you're sitting on your bottom. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. Okay, slowly come back up. So walk yourself back up again. Come round to the front again. So we are going to do a little mermaid practice today. So there are various ways of doing this. You can either stack your legs. So you'd have your right knee underneath your left leg, legs together. It's quite hard to do a mermaid with the legs stacked, but you could try it. Otherwise, separate your legs. So just bring your leg either to the back again, like you did in that pigeon shape, or just to the side of it will be fine. So legs stacked or unstacked, whatever you like. Have your left hand on your left ankle and your right hand just in front of you. And we're just going to let go of that left arm, reach it over, and then take your left hand back down and let go with your right hand and reach over. So again, if your legs are stacked, it will be a little bit harder, but you might want the challenge. Whereas if your legs are unstacked, it will be slightly easier. So just work where you can, where it feels right. Okay, we'll do one more of these. Well done. Okay, release. And we'll change sides. So again, no two sides are the same. So when you get there, either stack your legs, unstack them if it's a little bit easier, or come into that pigeon shape or modified pigeon shape that we did before. So right hand on your ankle, left hand to the side. Let go of your right hand and then reach up and over with the left. Again, just stretching gently side to side through the body. Well done. Do a couple more. And last one. Okay, slowly from there. We'll just come into a cross-leg position. Again, if that doesn't suit you, then just have your legs out in front, just whatever suits you. And then we're just going to twist side to side. So we're just going to move round towards one side. Again, you could do this with straight legs. And then rotate round towards the other side. So do that again. So just gently wakening up your spine a little bit. Well done, one last time. Okay, so we're going to come in and we're going to do saw. So when you're ready, we'll straighten the legs, so lengthen them out. Again, if you need to bend them at all, please do that. Legs fairly wide, you can sit up onto your sit bones. So you can do saw with your arms crossed, you can do it with your hands on your shoulders. If you can extend your arms, then do that. So we'll breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to rotate round. So we're taking that hand, as if you're trying to chop your toes off. Come back up into the center. So inhale, and then as you breathe out, try and reach over a little bit. Inhale, and exhale to that, come back up. So inhale, as you breathe out, reach over. So try not to go too far down. We're trying not to kind of touch the toes as such, but kind of skim over the top of them to keep the body nice and tall. Do that again. So just inhale and breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. So the idea is to try and get the twist in your spine rather than through anywhere else. So through your hips, for example. So try and keep that idea of keeping long and get the twist quite high up your spine rather than lower down. Good. We'll do that a couple more times. And last one. Well done. Come back to the center, release. And then just bring your legs not too close together, so kind of more of a V shape. And we'll do some lengthening through your spine now. So as you inhale, we'll reach up, and then on the exhale, just moving forwards a little bit. So do that again. So inhale, coming up. And as you breathe out, keep your arms by your ears as you reach forwards. Okay, do that again. So inhale up. And then breathing out. Okay, do that twice more. So big stretch up through your spine. And then lengthen and reach forwards. Do that one more time. And lengthen forwards. And as you come back up, we'll release the hands down by your sides. Take them behind you and then start to pull your chest forwards. So you're rounding through your back and your shoulders. You can lean into it, you can relax your head a little bit. Well done, slowly release. Give your shoulders a little roll. And slowly drop your chin just down towards your chest. So just stretching your neck. Lift the chin up. We'll just drop over to one side. And then take it the other way. Well done. Back to the centre. You can give yourself another little shake off. And that's you, ladies. Thank you very much indeed. Any questions at all? Please just ask.